morning and good afternoon or good night wherever you are. It is 8:58. We got a late start this morning. I had to sleep in a little bit. And I'm here to put some fuel in the combine. Actually, I probably won't be able to. I think the pickup's going to be in the way. I love doing that. It's my favorite thing. I may have just seen the grasshopper with the craziest story ever. It went through the combine, out the auger, and into the grain cart, flew off the grain cart, so it was sitting in some corn, and it just got out and left. Well, we got that farm knocked out. We're about to hit the road again. It's looking like it may be our best ever. I'm not sure yet. I'll let y'all know here when we get the tickets back. We have made it to the destination. Dad's on the way with the header, so that's what's going on right now. I got my cooler in here. I need to go buy me some Dr. Peppers. If you weren't supposed to drink 20 of them a day, why would they make them where you could drink 20 of them a day? Dr. Pepper, that is. There's other things you probably shouldn't be drinking 20 a day of, but Dr. Pepper, it's good for you. Oh, there's Dad with the header. Right there, can you see him? Probably not, camera can't zoom in. But he's on the way. Cody's in the truck with Kyle. I don't even want to know what he's doing in there, but still. We made it to our next destination. This is our third to last farm of our own. Then we have one more 70 acres of custom to do, and then after that we're done. It's looking like we came from our best field of the year to probably our worst here. It got too wet early on this black terrace land. When it gets wet, it just holds water forever, and that's what happened here. And so I guess we'll see how it does, but it doesn't look great. Oh, and to add on to that, it got some cows in it at the end of its life, so it has some cow damage in it too. There's a corn tornado right there. Cornado in the Coronado truck. Coronado, potato. Well, I started the afternoon a little bit slow, and not in the tractor as in myself. And I was really hungry, but I got a hamburger, so I'm doing good now. Doing great. I was about to take a nap because I was so hungry. You know how that is when you're getting starving. Great hamburger though, filled me up. I'm full of energy now. It's been a heck of a turnaround. We went from some great corn that we're just picking down there on heavily good drained land. This is a good year for good drained land because it was really a wet spring. If y'all remember, we'd harvest with us. We mud blasted a lot. We got the grain cart stuck a couple times, and it was just a muddy spring and early summer, which around here isn't good for corn because we're mainly black land. And our Elm Creek land was really good because it can drain that land. It can keep that water drained, and that's why that field y'all saw was real good. But then you get in this black land up here. You can tell that's real beautiful corn. It's about 3 foot tall, and the ears are about that big. So, if I'm going to tell y'all about the good stuff, I better tell y'all about the bad stuff. It's not good, really, but it's a crop though, so I guess it is what it is. But it's hardly taller than the header. So that's some good corn right there. Not really. The ears in the last place, not just the plant, the ears were taller than the header. Here, the plants aren't even taller than the header. I guess that's what happens though, it's whatever. Oh, coyote, look. The thing to it is we didn't expect it to be very good coming in. We knew it'd be pretty bad, so we're not really mind blown that it's not making very much. So it hasn't came as a shock to anyone, but like I said about 20 seconds ago, oh well, what do you do? We need to get the hillside package on our combine for these terraces. The auger goes like 5 feet up above it when we're unloading on one side, and then now he just cut it off because we almost dumped down inside of it. Not really, guys. That wouldn't have happened. I had someone ask me the other day, what is a terrace? Well, if you don't know what a terrace is, you're really lucky, for one. And for two, it's one of these water things right here. It's like a water diverter. It keeps it where water is supposed to run off your fields and not just sit in it. But if you can't tell by the corn, we needed probably like culverts out here to get the water off of it. So terraces didn't work this year. Well, they didn't. They worked in a sense because none of the fields washed out real bad, which is also another thing that the terraces do, is keep the fields from washing out. But other than that, that's what they do. I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but that's definitely not direct deposit on the grain cart. It's about 10 feet off the top of the grain cart, maybe, because he's on the side of a terrace, and that auger is way up in the air, and I mean way up in the air. Well, guys, we are still opening up this 25-acre field down here. It's split into 2 different fields with a waterway down the middle, and our cousin Matt came out. I never got any videos of him. Because everyone wants to ride in the grain cart, but I mean, other way around. Everyone wants to ride in the combine, but no one wants to ride in the grain cart, except for maybe Andy, but that's it. And, oh gosh, that's a washout. Okay, it wasn't bad, guys. I was only going like 2 miles an hour, but still. Unexpected washouts are crazy. But like I was saying, Matt came out, happy to have him. And, we're gonna keep hammering out this field. Look at my hand. Rats. I never in my life thought I'd have a hard time keeping up with the combine in a 25-acre field in corn that's not, I mean, anything to write home about. But I got to go all the way around here, go back that way, and then come out over there to go dump. So, it's a heck of a drive. But, I'm trying. One of my most impressive grain carting feats of my life. I'm always going to give credit where credit's due, and I got to give it to myself this time. I hit a target about the size of this hood, but that big. Someone had a little trailer they brought here. They wanted some corn for deer or ducks. I don't know. They wanted it. So I was dumping that cart on that little trailer, and I was really proud of it. You'll love to see it. Fueling up. I just got done washing windows and then greasing the combine. Now Jake is working on that grain cart tractor right there. We're up here on the ridge. Got started last night, picked a truckload, and now we're sitting here waiting. Not waiting on trucks, but waiting for this combine to get done fueling up. It's got a big old tank on it, so it takes a while. But what's 10 minutes gonna hurt, right? Nothing. Well, guys, we're back up and rolling again this morning. We're on this field that we thought was gonna be one of our worst fields, and it's not that disappointing. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be pretty good, actually, for what we expected. We expected it to make about maybe 2/3 of what it's making, so 30% better than we thought is pretty good. We'll definitely take it, but it's still a little bit green yet, so I guess we'll see how that goes. So we're picking along here. It's a little bit green. It's borderline down here, but the further you go up the hill, the drier it gets. So we're trying our best. If you can see here, Jake's dumping on that grain cart, and we're gonna try to blend it off. It's not It's not tremendous corn, but like I said earlier, it's head and shoulders better than what I expected, so I'll take it. And I wish it was a little bit drier, but other than that, it's hard to beat it. So we're rolling on. The higher up the hill we go, it's definitely getting drier. Where I'm at right now is about 12%, so I think we should be good to roll on for a while, but that little valley is gonna be green. Because we know that it's gonna be green going down the hill, and the more and more dry we get, I guess we can just blend it off slowly over time. And you can just dump off that baby cart 15 at a time, and then just, that's 2 dumps, and then you gotta figure it out. I said you can just dump that baby cart 15 at a time and just blend it off? Yeah, okay, 10-4. Bye. That was a short little conversation between me and Jake, because he's coordinating mixing up the green corn, and I'm trying to pick dry and dump it up the top, so we got to make sure we're on the same page all the time. And that's what's going on. Blending it off, at least trying, because don't want to have any wet load. I'm going to show y'all something else I do with this yield map to blend off loads. See, here's a moisture map. I know it's going to be real dry in here. I know it's going to be greener where that yellow is. I know it's going to be green down here. So I'm going to try my hardest to put this right here on the top of the truck and this over here on the bottom and mix it off. Like right here, I'm going to show y'all the yield monitor. Don't get used to it. It's showing 9%, but at 9% and it's making 80 bushels an acre, that's not a whole lot of capacity of dry grain. So when it's yielding better than that and the moisture's higher, if you put 9.6 plus 9.6 times 1/3 and then 16 times 2/3, it's going to be green. So it's kind of my thought process. I don't know what to do. No, I do know what to do, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. So I'm going to give y'all my rundown on what I think happened with this corn crop. Early on in this life, it got stunned by the ground being real black and the water getting in it. And once black land gets water in it, it's gonna back on out of there and kind of hurt your yield early. But I think it got hurt early, and it's really, really ugly short corn, but it's yielding high. I think what happened was that the yield it lost early from too much water, it gained back with kernels spilling out and getting real big, heavy kernels and making it where it yields probably where it should. I think the black dirt helped it and hurt it. It made up for it in the end, but it hurt it early. So it's probably going to turn out what it should be. So we're here with my friend Jag. We're waiting on Jake right here in the grain cart. So like I said, Jag here, met him at church camp. His brother's dating my sister. They got a ranch out there in Ada, Oklahoma. He came down, hang out with us for the day, seeing how us old poor dirt North Texas farmers do it. You got any comments or no?
No, y'all do it pretty good, pretty good.
See, he loves it. It's a little bit different from what they do up there in Oklahoma. It's all hay, and that's a little bit different, combining corn. So we're here with our friend Jag, combining. He's been our amazing cameraman for now. Here comes Jake. He wants to dump, so I'm going to give it to him. And if you can see here, it's all knocked down by hogs. The title of the video is going to be "The Hogs Destroyed Our Crop," because they did. If you want to show them this yield map, Jag, it's all purple and red right there, because, and if you see right here, it's green. There was no hog damage, and back there it's purple. So that's all part of what happened. And it's going to hurt our yield quite a bit, but it's like it is, as Jack would say. So guys, I'm picking along here. I keep hearing this tapping of a metal. I'm like, what in the world is that? These devastators down here are hitting up against rocks. I thought we were blowing a chain or something. It's just them devastators hitting against the rocks. So I'd much rather be that than have to pay to replace a chain. There's a little hog waller, and go figure, they're out here eating a buffet in our field. They got a bunch of, I'm surprised we haven't seen one yet. They all live in there, and you can see they've rutted it all up. Wish I had a gun. Shoot them. I got the tank folded up. It's 3:30 on a Saturday. We're getting the afternoon off because we've been hitting this corn pretty hard here recently. And with that, that's going to be the end of the video. Clay and Jag signing off. Y'all come back.